Hello there, YouTube. Hi, Steve Crosby here. Welcome to episode 7 of my vlog. Now, this week we've kind of mixed things up a little, alright? Because this week I haven't done a vlog, alright? Basically, let's put it that way. I've not done a vlog. And the reason why is because on Monday I was supposed to do a video about the LG G5 conference and the Samsung Galaxy S7 and Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge unveiling as well. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I didn't do it because I've been a little bit busy this week, blah, 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 okay? And also as well, I've been that busy, I've not even had time to do my own vlog. So, this is technically my vlog for this week, alright? I'm just going to dedicate this week's vlog to the LG G5 and the Samsung Galaxy S7 and Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge that was announced last week at some point. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. And also as well, you know what? It will be a vlog, kind of, because I'll tell you what I've been up to, alright, during the week as well, because it's, you know, it's only fair that you guys know what I've been up to over the week as well. By the way, there won't be any pictures of the week, by the way. I've decided not to do it this week, but they will return next week, alright, I promise. They are going to be back next week. Yeah, so there we are, right? My pictures of the week returns next week, along with my usual vlog for episode 8. So, should we start then with the LG G5? Because that was announced over the weekend, along with the Samsung Galaxy S7 and Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So, without further ado, according to this website that I'm going to read from, it says, following months of gossip and rumours, the LG G5 has formally been announced just ahead of the official kickoff of MWC, that's Mobile World Conference. As expected, the LG G5 is a pretty dramatic departure from past members of the G series. Just as we saw from Samsung last year with the Galaxy S6, the LG sets reinvent the G series by emphasizing premium materials while also removing a few previously iconic LG features. We were able to get some time with the LG G5 ahead of today's launch event, and we'll be bringing you hands-on impressions and plenty of device comparisons in the hours to come. But in the meantime, let's take a quick look at what to expect from the LG G5 in terms of designs, specs, and features. So let's have a look at the design first, and with the LG G4 features, not design, were the key differentiators when compared to the LG G3 before it. While the spec sheet has certainly taken a big jump forward with the LG G5, it is the design that really catches our attention first and foremost. The LG G5 is the first all-metal unibody flagship from LG, but with a twist. Unlike your typical unibody design, this phone still retains both microSD and a removable battery. This feat is accomplished by the addition of a cap at the bottom that can be removed to unveil the battery, microSD slot, and LG's unique new Magic slot. We'll speak more on the Magic slot and its modules a little bit later. So looking at the rest of the phone's design, the LG G5 still retains much of the same look as previous members of the LG G family on the front side, but the same can't be said for the back. Not only are we looking at a non-removable metal back this time around, you'll also notice that the rear volume and power button combo that debuted with the LG G2 is no longer present, replaced instead by a rear fingerprint scanner. The only other elements found on the rear is the odd camera area that somewhat resembles the bump found on Huawei's Nexus 6P. Whether the new design is considered a step forward or backward will depend largely on personal preference. for what it's worth. Many of us at Team AA are a bit divided on the design, with some feeling it's not too bad and others wishing LG had opted for a different look. Regardless, most of us agree it is good to see that LG is attempting something different. For those that like having a number of colour choices, you'll also be happy to know that LG is giving you 4 colours to choose from. Those are pink, gold, titan, charcoal and silver. As you'd expect, these colour choices will be dependent on market and or carrier. So the specs for this is there's a 5.3 inch QHD display. The Qualcomm is a Snapdragon 820. The RAM is 4 gig. Storage, you'll get 32 gig storage with a micro SD for expansion. The camera, so the main camera is a standard lens 16 megapixel with OIS, a wide angle 8 megapixel, and the front camera is an 8 megapixel as well. Connectivity, you get Wi-Fi 802, 11A-B-G-N-AC. The USB type is C, NFC, and Bluetooth 4.2. The sensors, so you get rear mounted fingerprint scanner. The battery, you get a 2800 mAh with quick charging via Type-C USB. The software you get is Android 6.0 Marshmallow with LG UI. Dimensions is 149.4 by 73.9 by 7.7 millimeters. The colours you get is pink, gold, titan, charcoal and silver. The modules is LG Cam Plus and LG Hi-Fi Plus with B&O Play. Of course, there's a lot more to the LG G5 than a brand new design language. Under the hood, you'll find Qualcomm's latest, the Snapdragon 820, paired with an Adreno 530 GPU and 4 gig of RAM. According to LG, the 820 will provide graphics that are 40% faster and 40% more power efficient than the Snapdragon 810. Though obviously we haven't had enough time with the device just yet to say whether or not that claim holds true. In a world where many flagships offer multiple internal storage variants, the LG G5 sticks to just one with 32 gig on board storage, though the micro SD expansion slot allows you to expand up to a theoretical 2 terabytes. You'll find the micro SD card on the side this time around, built into the same tray that holds the SIM card. Turning to the display, the LG G5 has shrunk the screen down from 5.5 inches to 5.3 inches while retaining the same QHD resolution. The big story with the display this time around is an always-on feature that lights up part of the screen at all times. This differs from Motorola's approach, while intermittently displays information. Considering LG uses an IPS display, many were wondering how this would affect battery life. But the good news is the hit is pretty minor. According to LG, from a fully charged LG G5, you can expect always-on display to use 0.8% of the battery per hour. Onto the cameras, we find that LG continues to bring its A game, offering the same 16 megapixel main cam with OIS that was found on the V10, though this time it is backed by an 8 megapixel wide lens, which makes it possible to smoothly transition from standard angle to wide angle, and all the points in between. It's too early to say how good the LG G5's cameras are compared to the V10, or to its competitors for that matter, but it certainly sounds impressive on paper. Briefly speaking, on the camera software, expect a very similar experience to the LG G4, which unfortunately means that the V10's manual video capabilities aren't present here. The last spec we want to touch on is the battery, which has been shrunk down to 2800 mAh versus the 3000 mAh battery found in the G4. Of course, a smaller display and a more frugal processor should equate to similar battery life. Despite this size difference, what's really the most impressive thing here is that LG still offers a removable battery even after ditching the traditional removable back. Although removable batteries aren't a must-have for many consumers, there are still plenty of power users out there that lust over such functionality, so it's good to see LG giving these folks an option. It's also worth noting that the LG G5 includes Quick Charge 3.0 support, allowing you to charge from 0% to 80% in just 35 minutes. So let's go on now and have a look at the LG G5 features. So moving past the traditional smartphone specs, we find that LG has included a number of special hardware features this time around. First is the circular fingerprint scanner on the rear, similar to the sensor found on the LG V10 and the LG made Nexus 5X. LG has also made the move over to USB Type-C and toots a rear-mounted speaker. Of course, the real show-stopping feature for LG is the Magic Slot, a new slot found by removing the LG G5's bottom cap. This special I'm not going to say that, connector allows users to connect special modules to the LG G5, while only 2 modules were shown off by LG today, or the other day when the event kicked off. LG says that it will share details for its proprietary connector with any accessory manufacturer that wants it, and so hopefully that means many more unique modules will make their way to the market in the months to come. Android Authority will have hands-on footage and more information about upcoming modules and other special LG accessories a bit later, but here's a brief recap of the 4 hardware accessories shown off by LG, 2 of which are modules. So we've got the camera module. The LG camera module might not change up or add any new sensors to the LG G5, but it does provide a better grip for taking that perfect shot. It also includes its own supplementary 1200 mAh battery, as well as a physical wheel for zoom and bottoms for taking photos and video recording. You can also half press the recording. You can also you can also half press the camera shutter button to focus lock. Let's have a look at the LG Hi-Fi Plus with B&O Play. So in collaboration with B&O, LG brings us the LG Hi-Fi Plus module. This module replaces the existing bottom of the G5 and adds 2 new headphone jacks optimized for Hi-Fi Plus. This accessory supports 32-bit DAC with upsampling and 384 kilohertz audio. It can also be used with any other USB-C smartphone, as it has a top part to the module for use with non-G5 smartphones. The LG 360 Cam. So while not a module, the LG 360 Cam is a new 360-degree recording. Each camera is 200 degrees and resulting images can have a flat or spherical view. Video works with Google Street View and YouTube 360. When you take a photo or video, it is saved on the 360 Cam, which has a 1200 mAh battery, 4GB of storage, and a micro SD slot as well. So let's have a look at the LG 360 VR as well. Lastly, we have the LG 360 VR, the 639 ppi effect. Effect is 2 meters away, works with 360 cam, 118 grams, required to be tethered to the G5 via USB Type-C cable. Lenses that can be adjusted to match your eyesight and particularly vision number. Headphone jack on the bottom of the glasses, but you can also use Bluetooth. Physical OK and cancel buttons, but you can also replicate this by short tapping the phone screen for OK and long tapping for cancel. Let's have a look very quickly. We have got time just very quickly to have a look at the LG G5 software before we move on to Samsung. So when Samsung overhauled its design language in 2015, it also gave its software a makeover, and to no surprise, LG is doing the same in 2016 with the LG G5. First off, you can expect a much cleaner and less colourful interface this time around when compared to the LG G4 and V10. That said, LG's icons are very similar to what we've seen from the LG UI in the past. One area where the LG G5's UI is very different is when it comes to the app drawer, as in fact as in the fact it isn't present. Reportedly, this change isn't just exclusive to LG either, as several of our sources have told us that Google will reportedly be making this change to stock Android starting with Android N. Those who prefer the idea of having only select icons on the home screen might not find this change so great, but there's always the option to use a third-party launcher, of course. Moving past the colours and the lack of app drawer, you'll find that the settings have also been reorganised, and instead of side swipes for switching from network to sound, display, etc., they are now in one column. The icons in settings are also cleaner and more minimalistic this time around too. LG is also removing a few things with the LG G5's interface, including Q slide and dual window. Overall, you'll also find significantly less biotware as well. So there we go. We'll actually, oh wait, what's happened there? We'll just very quickly tell you the price and availability. So unfortunately, LG is playing its cards close to its vest when it comes to both pricing and availability at the moment. LG says it will announce pricing information in the last week of March, with a release sometime in early April. But that's about as specific as it gets for now. So there we go. So that's the LG G5. That was announced only a couple of days ago. Now we will go on. We will go on to the Samsung Galaxy S7 and Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, because that was also announced as well during the weekend. So Samsung has announced the Galaxy S7 and Galaxy S7 Edge handsets. They are the firm's two new flagship smartphones to coincide with MWC 2016. Here's everything you need to know about the Galaxy S7 and the Galaxy S7 Edge, including release date, price, specs, and new features for you as well. So after producing the best phone of 2015, there's a lot of pressure on Samsung to come up with the next Samsung Galaxy phone that everyone will want. Not only will it have to go up against the current iPhone 6s, but new devices such as the LG G5, which has caused a stir with its new design, including an accessory slot. Samsung says the new Galaxy S7 phones are created for today's mobile lifestyle. So there we go. Finally, blah blah blah. Right, I don't need to read that bit because it's wrong. Announced at Unpacked 2016, the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge became available to pre-order straight away on the 21st of February at 7 p.m. UK time. The phones will then go on sale in the UK and in the US on the 11th of March. So customers who pre-order before the 5th of March will also be rewarded with a special early delivery on the 8th of March, so they can experience the new S7 devices before anybody else, said Samsung. You'll also get a free Gear virtual reality headset if you pre-order. The S7 is priced at £569 and the S7 Edge is priced at £639 and are available to pre-order from Samsung online. Before you rush out and buy the Samsung Galaxy S7... Yep. Hello? Hello? Yay! Before you rush out and buy the Samsung Galaxy S7 or S7 Edge, however, note that Samsung phones are notorious for rapidly dropping in price in the few months following their launch. IDLO suggests you could see a price drop of up to 20% within 3 months. Not everyone is prepared to wait though, and Carphone Warehouse is already reporting pre-orders are exceeding expectations. In the first 48 hours following launch, it saw pre-orders for the new phone up 200% on the Galaxy S6. So let's kick off with what aren't technically new features, but things which Samsung has decided to bring on the Galaxy S7 models. Fans disappointed with the Galaxy S7 6's lack of waterproofing and expandable storage will be pleased with the news. Indeed, the S7 features an IP68 rating, which Samsung is pitching at water resistant, and a micro SD card slot which can take up to 200 gigabytes of cards. Colours include black, onyx, gold, platinum, and the Edge will also come in silver titanium, although we saw a regular model in this colour at the launch event. The third big thing being requested by users is a removable battery, but the news isn't so great on this front. Although the battery is bigger, 3000 mAh for the S7 and 3600 mAh on the Edge model. It's stuck inside the phone. Samsung got 2 out of 3 at least. You're probably wondering whether Samsung has opted for a USB Type-C port, which we've seen on a number of devices in recent months. The answer is no, which we think is a little odd. Instead, the Galaxy S7 phones have the same micro USB port. The phones also only support Quick Charge 2.0, not the new 3.0, as Samsung told us it didn't see the value. The Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge share many specs as you would expect, but the screens are the main difference. The regular handset still has a 5.1-inch Super AMOLED screen with a Quad HD 1440 by 2560 resolution, so Samsung clearly doesn't think we need 4K on a phone like Sony does. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S7 Edge display has got a bigger screen with a 5.5-inch still Quad HD, which suggests we won't see a larger Galaxy S7 Edge Plus model unless it is really huge. A new feature on the display side is that it will be always on, like the LG G5, so you can check the time, date and notifications easily to avoid battery drain. The screen will switch off at night and when the S7 is in your pocket. As with previous Samsung phones, there will be 2 processors powering the Galaxy S7, not at the same time for different markets. One will have an Exynos 8890 chip and one with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 820. Either way, you'll get 4GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. To keep everything cool, Samsung has implemented a sort of water cooling system, although it's not exactly comparable to a PC's. It has a heat conducting copper tube to get rid of as much heat as possible. There's a tube containing a liquid that vaporizes at high temperatures and then condenses at low temperatures, said Senior Vice President of Product Strategy Justin Dennison. As you would expect, the Galaxy S7 features some of the latest connectivity, including 11 AC Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.2, NFC and GPS. It still has a fingerprint scanner in the home button and a heart rate monitor. However, the infrared port previously used to control other devices like TVs is gone. Rumours of a lower resolution camera are true, as the Galaxy S7 models have a 12 megapixel shooter, not 16 megapixel as previously. That's a downgrade, we hear you shout, but Samsung says an aperture of frame 1.7 combined with larger pixels means the camera will allow 95% more light into the system for better results. The front camera, for all you selfie fans out there, is still 5 megapixels, but also has that frame 1.7 aperture. Samsung says it's the first phone with a dual pixel sensor. Android 6.0 Marshmallow and TouchWiz are preloaded with new features, including that aforementioned always-on display. The Galaxy S7 Edge will get improved and new functionality via that curved screen. Users can access double the amount of apps. At 10 Plus, there's a new thing called Task Edge, which is like a computer macro for quickly doing something like taking a selfie or sending a set message. Gamers can now save battery life by lowering the frame rate thanks to Vulkan API support, and Knox version 2.6 for enterprises improves security on the phone. Samsung Plus is a free mobile app empowering customers to get more out of owning a Samsung product. With Samsung Plus, users are always just a tap away from live tech support, device diagnostics and tips and tricks, exclusive content, giveaways and special offers, said the firm. And that's it. that's everything that was announced during the Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge conference, and everything announced at the LG G5 conference as well. So there we go. Right, I've got about 5 minutes left. All right, so while I've got 5 minutes left, I might as well. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. I might as well just say a little bit about what I've been up to during the week, because this isn't a proper vlog, obviously. It's mainly focusing on the LG G5 and the Samsung Galaxy S7 as well. But yeah, we might as well tell you a little bit about what I've been up to this week, because still it is a vlog, alright? So this week I've been at my youth centre. I've been introduced to a brand new app. I've also been going to college as well, and also as well I found out that whatever you do at my college, don't sing Coldplay. Just saying, that's all I'm saying. Alright, that's pretty much it. Also as well this week I've taken my dog JJ for a little walk as well, and I've also been doing some streaming on Friend Life as well, so big up to the Friend Life people who still watch my vlogs. Yeah, I don't know when I'm coming back to that app. I might not even be coming back. Who knows, eh? Anyway. So, yes. That pretty much is it. That really is it. Really is. And, of course, I've been talking to Michaela again this week, obviously. I can't leave Michaela out, alright? I've got to mention her. I really have. You know. Otherwise, she might, she might get upset. If I tell you what, if I didn't mention her name in my next vlog, she'll probably get upset. She'll probably go, "Why did you?" No, she'll probably even. I'll even put this in my mouth as well to pretend I've got an American accent a little bit. Why did you? Oh yeah, that doesn't even work. Oh, I think I've got it the wrong. Hold on, how does this work? Did it go that way? Why did you put on in your vlog? I always can't say the word vlog because it's really hard. Yeah. Anyway, oh no, there's a look at this. There's a minion. Anyway, I've got 3 minutes to kill. Seriously. I mean, I could just say, oh, well, this is a really short vlog this week. Bye! But no, I don't really want to. What else can I do for 3 minutes? Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to quickly check the Chris Moyles podcast, because that's going to be released. Well, it's released now, in fact. I've got 3 Facebook notifications. By the way, welcome to the end of the vlog, alright? This is this week's end of the vlog. Oh, it's actually 5. See, my iPod lied to me. I had 5 notifications. HMV has 2 new posts. My local shopping centre has been posting stuff as well. Oh, you know what? Just go to the podcast bit and search for Chris Moyles. And just go to it. 1 hour and 26 minutes! I'm going to enjoy this. Right, everyone, here's 2 minutes of the Chris Moyles podcast. That's it from me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And, of course, I'll be back with a normal vlog, episode 8, next week. Oh, by the way, I wish I could call this Steve Crosby episode 7, The Force Awakens, but I'm not going to, because this isn't Star Wars, alright? And I'm not doing a Star Wars reference, because I've never seen Star Wars. Anyway, enjoy 1 minute of the Chris Moyles Show on Radio X podcast from this week. Enjoy.
There's a lot for this week, isn't there?
Well, he just texted me saying, just hurry up, just finish what you're doing.
Right.
Oh.
Sitting on the toilet. So I thought, no.
Have you not washed? You don't
Yeah,
wash
of course I have.
Right, yeah.
It's Mama has.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Oh,
yeah, really nice.
I didn't really wash them.
Did you not?
Of course I did.
Right, good.
Oh, I can't bear blokes that go to the loo and don't wash their hands.
I saw somebody do that the other day on the second floor. Went to the toilet, they were in there for ages. walked out, went straight out without washing their hands.
Do you know their name?
No, I don't recognise them. I've never seen them before.
Would you
in my
recognise them if we went to the second floor and walked around?
Had a lineup.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Because these people need to be pointed out.
Yeah, they do, actually, you're
Do
right.
we have sinks inside your cubicles?
What?
No, you have to come out of the cubicle to use a municipal sink.
Oh my God, no, you wash your hands in the sink, not in the toilet.
Yeah, that water in the toilet, that's
Yeah,
other
that's
stuff.
for you to like wee into.
In the ladies' loo, we have a sink and a hand dryer all in the same cubicle.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what